Warning: Dallas Cowboys fandom is known to cause extreme emotional distress, anxiety, and difficulty comprehending reality. The following video contains content of an addictive nature. Consumption of this content by fans and haters alike may lead to repeated viewing. Fan responsibly.
I am so dead. We are so back. Welcome back. Well, it's been too long, guys, and I know we delayed from yesterday, but we're here. We're live. Happy freaking Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but it was a beautiful day here. I hope it was beautiful for you guys too, or for you guys too. Look at me already.
It was. No, the weather was actually really good. Windy but sunny. It was good.
Man, I was almost hot outside. I was surprised. But anyways, if you're new here, welcome aboard. We are TheStarWeAre. I'm Slam and Sammy.
I am Landry's legend.
I am the man they call Jimmy J's hair, and we are TheStarWeAre, as Sammy said, and we're excited to be back with you. We've got a really good show. We're going to get right in it. Game plan for 11/15/2025. Post bye week. Obviously, to start the show, we got to... That was me running up and kicking a ball, if you didn't know. Kick this thing off. And then after we kick this thing off, we're going to let Sammy say it all. What is it all? It's the injury updates. It's who's coming back, who's returning, what did we do in the bye week, all the good news. After that, we have to get back on the road to 6, on the road again. Unfortunately, the game
on the road to the NFL draft.
Great. Yeah, on the road. Yeah, we're on the road to something. Where are we going, Sam?
To 6, however long it takes.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll dig it. All right. And then we'll have a halftime. We'll remind you to fan responsibly. Star stat of the week. Were there any stars against Arizona? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see how that segment. Okay, well, you can mention them and we'll see how that segment goes. We'll obviously spin the record for you. 3-5-1 currently, not looking good. We got to talk about it. Updates, I will give them to you and let you know what TheStarWeAre has coming up. Something very cool. 2-minute spiel. Not sure this week. I think we might have to discuss that. I'm not even sure whose turn we've had. Sam wasn't with us on the Halloween episode, and so I'm not sure where we sit on the 2-minute spiel.
I guess that means I'll write it down again just to be safe.
Just in case. I mean, I can take it. I think it's Landry's turn.
Maybe.
If memory serves me well, but I think we might go with Landry this week. Nonetheless, that is the game plan. Let's kick this thing off.
The kickoff.
Oh, wow. Hi. Sorry. Well, if you guys would like to be drippy, we all love to look good. You can always check out Cowboy Revolution apparel. I probably butchered that, but I'm a little rusty here. Anyways, if you want to look good, use the code TheStarWeAre for some discounts with them. And if you love just to talk as fast as I do and ramble in non-ending sentences, take some Dubby. Use the code TSWA on them as well for some discounts with us.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to...
I'm Jess Navarez, and you're watching TheStarWeAre.
If you're not following them, you are not fanning responsibly.
Plugged in and switched on. This is TheStarWeAre live.
Nick's just speaking the truth there. Not following
them.
That
was so nice to hear that intro again. Like,
you got that one memorized yet?
Yes, I do. I will not be mocking it for fear of getting exposed, but I do it in my head, I promise.
Well, we gotta eventually cut Papa BB in there, and I really am trying hard, guys, to get Kay Adams on the show. Fingers crossed for that one. That would be huge. If we could get Kay Adams in, you're listening to TheStarWeAre.
All right.
Dreams do come true.
Bye weeks are always too long. Although this
feels like it's been forever, longest week of my life.
It's always terrible, no matter when it comes. We healed up like typically on a bye week. Sam's going to tell us about it, huh?
Yeah, I got a little bit of news for you.
Sammy says it all.
All right, I feel like it's been too long here, so Please forgive me if my news is off the charts today, but not in a good way. As they just said, it has been so long. It feels like it has been such a long time since the Cowboys played football, but I feel like our bye week is at a perfect time, mentally and physically. We got some breaks in there. We got some players coming back, and we still have 7 weeks of football if you count Monday, I think. 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I'm going to say 7. 7 weeks is right. Okay. Of course, we can't have a game on Sunday. It has to be on Monday, because why not wait one whole other day to watch some Cowboys football? Y'all may not be excited, but I always am. Luckily, our comeback game is versus the Raiders. I say luckily because we have a chance. We actually have a chance here. Injuries, though, so Solomon Thomas will miss Monday versus the Raiders from a calf injury, which has been a problem for him. He has not been able to practice all week due to it, so hopefully he heals quickly. On the plus side, on bye week, we did some trading. We actually did something that is relatively smart for once, and we got Quinnen Williams from the Jets. So welcome, Quinnen. Welcome to the Cowboys. I can't wait to see what you do for us. He is here to join us, and then Perion Winfrey may have a chance to play as well and join in on that rotation. It just kind of depends on some last-minute things to see if all goes well on his side. Quinnen Williams had a 2-week rest because he was traded during the Jets bye week, and then we got in and then had a bye week also. I'm hoping he is rested up and ready to play. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to flip my page over, make sure I had the right notes ready. Speaking of Williams' 2-week rest, I just want to spit a little bit of game about him this season. In 8 games, he has 17 tackles, 1 sack, 3 forced fumbles. I'm not hating at all. We could use some more defensive play over here. And then during the trade, we also got Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson is, a linebacker is what we needed, but he has not been his best ability, so I'm hoping his best comes when he comes with us. I just have him for 20 combination tackles so far on the season. Speaking of players coming back, I missed a spot on my note. Quinnen Williams is also expected to start for us Monday, and he is projected to start with Kenny Clark, with everybody else being in the rotation.
Okay.
What?
I was just saying, okay. No, I was just saying that sounds
sorry.
good. I'm just thinking out loud. I apologize.
You're good. Perion Winfrey has had a long time gone. He has been put on IR since September 8th with a back injury, but he is back and he should be coming back good for us. And speaking of long returns, sorry, I feel like I have so much to say in such little time and everything's so exciting at the same time. Like, I got to get through it all. Long returns, we have 2 other long returns coming back. First of all, the one I'm most excited for, no offense to the other guy who has yet to be named, but DeMarvion Overshown is coming back. Finally. And oh my gosh, finally. It has been for him, well, as I say, what feels like forever, has been forever. It has been 341 days since he last played, and his last playing date was December 29th, 24 versus the Bengals. So welcome back, Demo. Agent Zero finally is back in his Zero jersey. He's ready to return. He's practiced all week. I can't wait to see it. If you think 341 days is long, though, I feel bad for Shavon Revel. He has been out for 429 days.
Wow.
And he's coming back. He couldn't have came back at a better time with Trayvon having issues and our other cornerbacks just not even going to talk about it. We are very excited for these players' return. Logan Wilson will also start with us versus the Raiders. And then for the Raiders, we have only one player listed as out for them, and that is their backup quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. So this is going to be even more fun. I have a piece of news here, but this is more for everybody instead of just the Cowboys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still tore up about Marshawn. My dad's death date coming up on Monday, and it is rough, but I am begging you as a person who lost a couple people to suicide, please get help. Like, it does not make you weak. It makes you strong. There is we are all human. We all have issues. We all have vulnerabilities. Like, please get help. I want people to be able to wake up and smell the roses and be able to smell them. Not just do it because to be able to smell how good they sound. The way the sun shines and the sky is so blue, like, and the sun sets. Oh my God, I want everybody to be able to see a beautiful sunset and be able to take it in. Like, please ask for help. I would much rather help somebody and build more memories with them than having just the memories to remember them by. And I already have one tattoo missing somebody that should still be here to this day. I don't want to fill my body with more. Like, please get help. Please. Like, if you need somebody, I am always a message away. I'm a little slow at responding, but I promise, like, I will be there. Thank you.
That's a great message, Sam. And obviously all of our DMs, the Star We Are as a whole and individually, are open to anyone and everyone. And just to kind of add to what Sammy said there, ask for help if you're the one in need and you're feeling the pain and you're going through it, right? But also if you think that someone might be, ask them also. Put it on yourself to ask, because they may just be needing that prodding question to really start opening up, and that might just be the difference. And so
right, and make sure
message.
to share a smile, because the smile could be just the game changer for someone.
100%.
Smile at everybody you see. Like, don't get me started. I could talk about this all day. Let's go.
I think that's enough said. Last week we basically canceled the live and just had an online vigil, so to speak, for Marshawn. And
like Shadi said it best, we don't move on, we move forward.
That's
so
right.
We're carrying him with us, and here we go.
It was definitely rough. Yeah, a friend of the Star We Are. You guys know that was the second live we ever had that Marshawn was on. Second live for the Star We Are.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Good times.
Good times.
The road is 6.
Gotta hit it.
Road to 6.
Oh,
and
hello.
They better hit it hard for 94. As we can see, the blimp is going to follow us around this year in honor of MK94. And like Sam said, always be willing to ask for help. Las Vegas, only 1 day away, a little different with the Saturday. Oh, I said, you know what? You're going to have to forgive Jimmy. It is not 1 day. We play on Monday Night Football. It will be a full 48 hours away from now. I apologize.
That threw me off when I saw it too. I was so ready for it to be Sunday.
Well, so in my mind, when I was making the graphic, I was daydreaming. I was like, will our defense be good? And I was like, man, one day.
One day.
No, obviously we hit the road to Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium there in the background. And I know we had some desk clutter. We got pulled over. We actually got ticketed for the desk clutter. So no problems. We found a trash can on the highway on the way and threw all the old bobbleheads out. Since the bye week is over, we say bye-bye to the old bobbleheads. You can see them over there in the trash.
There we go. Fresh start.
Fred got to clear the day. The cops didn't like it down in Vegas. They said, hey, this is party town. You got to be able to see through your windshield.
Is that the mascot down there? You couldn't find a Jacoby Brissett bobblehead, I assume?
I couldn't. Only Cardinal I could find was Larry Fitzgerald and Kyler Murray. So, and neither one of them had any part in beating us. So just,
I bragged to my boss. I was like, Kyler Murray has never lost at AT&T Stadium, but Kyler Murray's not playing. Don't ever. Like, I am never saying nothing like that ever again. Yeah.
Didn't matter at all. The biggest dud of the year for the Dallas Cowboys. This one wasn't just a defensive dud. This is 3 points by the offense.
3.
Well, 3 point. What did we end up saying? 3 points by the starting offense. There's a defensive touchdown.
There was a pick six.
There's a defensive touchdown and then a late touchdown by Joe Milton. Right.
I think so. Did we score 17? We may have only ended with 10 points in that game. I'm not sure. Regardless, yes, our starting offense scored 3. So that is the true.
We did end up with 17, by the way.
17. Okay, yeah. So garbage time touchdown and a pick 6 early in the game that you thought would maybe cause some momentum and help. It didn't.
Basically, nothing went right. Same thing again. Still plenty of time for Jacoby Brissett to set up in the pocket, and we've said it a million times. Pretty much any quarterback could get it done with that kind of time. With any kind of competent weapons, which everyone has in the NFL. And nothing positive to take from that one. That one's it's a little it's a bit beyond explanation. It's kind of like my Aggies this morning, except they managed to get it together at some point during the game. The Cowboys just played their usual, got to have at least one straight dud.
Yeah, no, and we might talk about some honorable mentions or see what happens in Star Stat of the Week. Obviously, I seen Clowney with some pressures. I think he had a couple sacks in the game, so
At his best
that
game
was
for sure.
decent to see. But yeah, his best game. It looks like he's finally coming into form, which is really good. We'll need that with the additions of Quinnen and these loaded rotational DTs we got with a super stud. But yeah, that's in the rearview mirror now. On to
Bye-bye.
Las Vegas, where they have Landry's favorite rookie running back coming into this draft, I think, in a long time. He's a big Ashton Jeanty fan. Hasn't popped yet this year, right?
Yet.
Hasn't had even a game over 75 yards. 75 is his highest mark.
That's hard for me to imagine
that
he
changes
hasn't just
this week.
A 75-yard touchdown. Probably spoke that into existence.
That's what I told you. It changes Monday night. Game of the year for Ashton Jeanty. That's my prediction for this game.
No, but a little more realistic, right? I know it's become, you can hardly imagine positive plays from the defense, but this is a significant waiver rotation that Sam just described in the injury report there that's coming back. Now, Quinnen Williams not an injury, but a first round talent, the third overall pick as a defensive end. What some 6 years ago, Coach, you think we gave too much for him?
Yeah, defensive tackle, Coach. I think you said
tackle,
yeah. So here's the thing. Not that we gave too much for him. He's the caliber of player that was worth what we gave. When we had two defensive tackles on the roster making $20+ million each, and Oso Digizua and Kenny Clark, for me, Sauce Gardner was the better trade. And I think even if it did cost the 2 first, and I believe by the end of this year, when you look at the second that we did give up, I think it will be within like 12 picks of Green Bay's first.
And that's going to be the differentiator, right? Because it is looking at a point right here where that could flip-flop. Green Bay just lost a couple times recently.
It could.
And a couple more, and that 10 can be 20 something picks away, and all of a sudden it's nearly around, and that's
it's
value.
not even as close. But, sure, no, right. I think it was for me. Sauce was the better trade, but I'm loving Quinnen.
We talked about it though. It's what you pay in a late trade deadline kind of maneuver for an impact player. It's an awesome player, a type we haven't had before. I mean, if you were excited about Kenny Clark, being an improved DT, and we haven't had great DTs recently, Quinnen Williams is among the top, DTs.
One of the best in the game right now.
That's fantastic. Yep. Demo is potentially among the top linebackers in the league. Was shown it has yet to play a full season.
He's shown the flashes.
Has still only 15 or 16 games under his belt. Wow, you're just holding your breath to see that speed and tackling ability return, right?
Man, even those flashes were like bolts. Like those little bits were just enough to keep.
They were
ready.
They were the kind of flashes that if you string them together, I think 5. 4 or 5. But no, you're right, Sam. It's the kind of flashes that string them together, and you find yourself a Pro Bowler. So it was that caliber of play. He's just got to stay healthy and put it together. That's
potentially 16, 2 top
17 games,
5 to 10 players at their position that we're adding to this struggling defense. Shavon Revel, all we can do is have high hopes. The reason we got him where we did is because he just missed 9 games, and they didn't even expect him to miss that. He dropped that because people just didn't necessarily expect him to be ready for training camp and potentially the start of the season. He ends up having a tweak or a setback, and it goes longer than that. But this would have been a first-round draft pick if healthy going into the 2025 draft. He's 6'3". I've been watching a lot of highlights recently. Put together a video edit. So Shavon is just we can hope if that's a first-round talent and pans out all of a sudden. We're not so desperate for corners. We're not, DT room is full up.
Because
if Demo brings that kind of improvement to the linebacker core, maybe you're not so desperate in the early rounds for a linebacker. You can really start to zero in on, okay, we're not broken anymore. We were hurt. Now we just need to improve.
And I feel like I know it sucked starting it, coming in this late, but I feel like this is now the time that we actually have a chance to turn around our season and just see what we can end up doing. And it may not be promising. I don't have my hopes up too high, but I feel like, I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity here. And I have my hopes up
to see a team who can win in more ways than just scoring 40 points offensively. I have my hopes up for a team who has a good offense we didn't come out and smoke them today, but we put up 27 and then y'all helped out and we won.
Yeah.
a complimentary team.
You took the words out of my mouth, Sam, because this is the kind of game where you win the ones that you're supposed to win, right? And with everybody getting back healthy, because it's not just Quinnen at it and Demo and Shavon, who I think by this time next year will be the best corner on our team. And you got Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson practicing, a Logan Wilson addition to add depth to the linebacker core. So it's a bunch coming back. Also, 2 full weeks of the starting offensive line completely healthy, which that has been kind of mixed and matched all season long. We've only had the starting line, I think, a full game and a half. Otherwise, there's been somebody replacing somebody. They've got a bye week. They've had two full weeks to practice together. So best case scenario, you're supposed to come in and kind of rock this team, right? You're supposed to show up a little healthier, better on defense. Offense definitely is supposed to have a redemption game after 2 duds, not just one against Denver, but a secondary dud that was even worse than the Denver dud against the Cardinals. Offense is definitely supposed to bounce back. But like you said, even if that happens, I'm not going to be quite ready to jump on a limb and say, oh, we're back. Offense is on pace and this defense got better. You got to show me 2 weeks in a row at least.
Right.
The rest of the schedule gets
So we're
tough.
just not talking about anything until next week.
No, well, our team has to do it twice in a row.
I understand.
Too good.
Yeah,
We
I feel
haven't
like I
had
say
two-
we can't talk about it next week till next week every time because there's always next week for something better to happen. Like
That's welcome to being a Dallas Cowboys fan. But
Right.
no, so we can give our predictions really quick. I think we do pull this one out. I think it's a little closer than I'd like it to be. I'll go 30-24.
Score.
I'm gonna go 32-10 because Gino sucks. Knock on wood.
32-10 because Gino sucks. That's the score.
Well, even with some additions on defense and some decent players, that doesn't just mean we're gonna start holding teams to 13 and 17. That's the
Well,
low,
I
you
know.
and
I'm just
I'm just kind of thinking out.
Raiders.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking out loud to myself that I just, even with that, and while I'm excited about it, I still can't see us holding a team under 20. I guess I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a score that kind of reflects what I was just saying about maybe winning a complimentary game, kind of like you, closer than I would like it to be, but I don't like it to be any amount of close. I like to win. So 27-23.
Okay, that's fair.
Wow.
And I think, and Sam could be right on this one, right? It could, and that's why I was saying, and then we'll go ahead and move on. I hope it's not fool's gold, because this could be the type of game with Seattle kind of having a sputtering offense that was supposed to be led off a run game that's not quite there, and us getting healthy and our
Did
offense
you
having
say
to bounce back.
Seattle?
I did, and I totally meant Las
Okay, I
Vegas.
was like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Okay,
No,
sorry.
because my brain thought Geno Smith, he's the quarterback there, and he was the quarterback for Seattle last year, and I just totally need a halftime is what I need, Coach. Blow that freaking whistle. We need some refreshments. We need some snacks. Sammy's got the pickles going. What you got to get going, and thanks for you here watching, is hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on your notifications, do the responsible things, the fan responsibly things. Check out every Friday show. I know it's Saturday, but Friday at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 10 a.m., all back on track. Landry's got a cool solo show coming. Sammy will have a cool solo show coming, hopefully before the end of the season. Updates coming later in the show. Guys, any wise words? Okay, well, wait. Actually, you know what? I forgot. I've got some big news for you guys. I got something to tell you. So you know how sometimes Jimmy likes to make predictions and I like to call things, right? So I was actually... I've got a new method where I'm trying this thing where I try to get some visions to see into not the full future, but just the very near future. And I got a vision this week, and it was a clear image, and it was Quinnen Williams playing defense this Monday night against Oakland. That's Quinnen Williams, and you see how everything else around him is not there. It's not going to be. That's Quinnen Williams, and he's going to be real good. He's going to be a locked gate. You're not going to get past him. But everywhere else, you just got to go around Quinnen Williams.
Got to go around.
It'll be easy. You just got to go around. I'm just sorry. I had to throw a little humor in there. What do we got, Coach? Where are we going?
Star stat of the week.
All right. Boom, there he is. Fence post there, right there. That's the man of the gate.
There's not a star stat of the week. We didn't play a game last week, and we couldn't. You know, we weren't even trying to pick one from the Arizona game. But before we get into what we ended up doing with this week, thoughts if we were to choose one. Sam said she had some. You know, she could have picked a star.
Sorry, had to finish my pickle. I feel like timing's bad and everything's weird, but I would have to say it would have been Marshawn. I mean, he was the only one to score some real points and try to get, things when it wasn't an intentional touchdown, but he hustled really fast to get that ball to get us
everybody
points on the board.
No, it was a good. That's
a defensive touchdown. I feel like always deserves a little bit of.
And Jimmy mentioned it just a minute ago. Jadeveon Clowney definitely had his best game of the year. He must have had probably a sack and a half, probably at least 4 or 5 tackles, maybe a couple tackles for loss. He did have a good game. Yeah, but it's
and forgive me earlier for saying pick 6 in that game, because you're right. That is where the touchdown come from, was the blocked kick. So the pick 6 was the week before. But
I never thought I
ended up with star trade of the of the week here. Still talk on Quinnen Williams. There you see it. We gave up the 2027 first rounder, the 2026 second rounder.
40 career sacks with his time spent in the league, his young time spent in the league from the DT position is pretty solid. I know Sam said earlier in the news he's only got 1 so far this year, but that just goes to show you and tell you how many did he have every other year? You know what I mean? Because to have 40, only 4 years in, that's an average of 10 a year. So that's
I remember solid. I think his most was 12 a season. 22, I think. 22.
So no, I mean, we may have exhausted, until the eye test tomorrow night or Monday night.
Right.
What else to necessarily say? But it's a big time player.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
And another outside mention, like I said earlier, Jadeveon Clowney. I would have to give an outside mention for star stat of the week. I know we don't have, we're coming off the bye week. We're going to talk more about Quinnen, but I like the Marshawn touchdown. Like Sammy said, Jadeveon had a good game. I'm trying to think of anybody else. Did anybody stand out to you, Coach? That I mean, I know there wasn't much, but if you had to pick somebody who showed it, no. Okay. Well,
didn't somebody cause a fumble?
And that might be partially again, all 22 footage would help. Samo Lyman, I think, did play as well as they can, but again, if the balls don't get completed behind it, there's no help on defense. I know I saw something recently. Tyler Booker is maybe fourth in the league, less than a 5% pass protection pressure. It gives up pressure on less than 5% of pass pro sets.
I haven't heard
not rookies, not right guards.
And he's supposed to be this road grader, this smaller. So that's if that's coming that's first, great. Then that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, and big things, like I said, the whole offensive line healthy and practicing this week. Terrence Steele was not good in the last game, so hopefully that changes. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just said not good. Out loud.
Like, it took you a second to add last game. Like, he is just not good. Last game.
No, he's been the last couple of years. He's been a really solid NFL right tackle.
No, I was just giggling. Yeah, no. That's funny.
But no, this season he hasn't been as good as promised. And the last couple games were bad. I don't know if it was just that, because remember he was questionable coming into the week, and then they ended up pulling him, putting Nate Thomas in. So maybe he was just banged up. I don't know. And that gets better.
So I'm sitting here thinking, is it a concern for me that Quinnen Williams is going to be so good that he's going to kick a $20 million tackle off the team? That's kind of the thing you were talking about that Jimmy was talking about what he didn't necessarily love about the trade is positionally. Not that it's not a top player at a position, and that's always a good thing. But
now we got 3 DTs making over $20 million a year. When I thought we were already good at defensive tackle and we were horrible at corner.
3 DTs making over $20
million. At least we can get Pickens on a franchise tag. Like, I hope. We need to.
When you were heavy at DT,
I don't want to get into.
You just lost Solomon
We're
Thomas.
Getting past star stat of the week and stuff because I would hate to. I don't want to do that with George Pickens.
Quick chat update. We got Mike in here saying, "What's up, Gig'em? Glad that they won."
Yeah, no doubt.
He said we're doing good with the graphics, giving coaches credit for the graphics and stuff. Appreciate that. And then Nathan Tucker says, "Hi Samantha, one of your Twitter followers here. I'm a Raiders fan, but I already know y'all are gonna beat us down."
Thanks for the freaking.
I hope so,
day,
Nathan.
man.
Listen, don't be so. Like I said, Nathan, if you don't have a Genty jersey, you're gonna want to get one after this week. Trust me.
Don't listen to them. Not yet. Just wait. Don't do it yet.
And don't have confidence that we're gonna beat you, because we will let you walk all up and down the field.
That's right.
You'll enjoy see your team score some touchdowns.
If
you're
like-
trying to be this down on the defense, but hey, these are players we're adding. How much?
It's gonna get
how
better.
much
It's gonna
of a
get better.
difference? How
I was
much of a
gonna say
difference?
we need some positivity going because right now we just sound like a bunch of sad people talking about our football team. Like,
Well, then let's change the tune and let's try to play a good track. Let's get some good vibes and let's spin the record then.
Spin the record.
No music for you.
No, I don't get to dance. Come on. She just said good vibes.
No.
Please, coach.
No music.
I'll just dance to my own beat, my
now
own
in the
head.
red. We're now in the red and going to stay down in the red. 3-5-1. The back half
We're
of this
gonna stay there.
We are. We just added, we added these defensive players, and I'm just hoping that the way games go, and the general flow of them, and the points per game comes down, and you start to see, like I said, positions you can attack in next year in free agency and the draft to actually build some sort of a viable defense, and maybe it can appear to be viable for the second half of the season, but still, unfortunately, against the teams that we're going to have to play. Probably not going to be enough to get us to 500 even. I guess I'll be back at 7-9-1. Is that the number? That's the number.
7-9-1.
I think, yeah.
That's not good. That's a bad scratch. That's not a good record.
You haven't lost 6 games, but there are 6 games you haven't won already. So that's basically the cutoff. That's basically the cutoff line for the playoffs. The next one, puts you near elimination. Not yet, but by the time comes. So no positive vibes there. This season is not headed to the playoffs, certainly not headed to 6. But
even if we went to the playoffs, I don't want it. It would be just depressing to see us go anyway, but
take away from our chance to draft Caleb Downs at 13. That was a prediction I just made.
What's going to happen here is we're going to end up, unfortunately, because I do think if everyone that just came back stays healthy and they are actually the improvements we hope they are, and Quinnen Williams is as promised, which he should be everything that the package you bought, just you unwrap it, there's no hidden details. He should be exactly what you paid for. If that's the case, I believe we are a game or two better than what I thought we potentially were. But that only puts us right back at the old Jason Garrett number. 8-8-1. Unfortunately,
501.
You can still go 8-8 in this league, apparently, and the Cowboys are gonna do it 8-8-1. That's I'm there. I thought we were only gonna go 3-5 for the remainder of the season, which would put us 6-10-1. That's pretty bad. I do think we end up winning a couple that maybe we shouldn't have, and so 5-3 to finish the schedule, and 8-8-1. Sammy, what you got?
I just can't decide. I feel like I have to wait until next week to really put a real answer right now. But right now, I'm kind of feeling 8-8-1 as well, because I am not going to judge our offense based off of last game. The Cardinals are always a bad game, and I can take it seriously, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Even in our good years, we lost to the Cardinals, so we're just gonna pretend that. Right. But I think if we can get our defense to get in a line and get themselves together, and our offense can continue to be what they've been, I want to say higher than 8-8-1, but until I know 1 week, I have one game to kind of see improvements, and then
the next week they play something completely different. You're talking the same thing as Jimmy. You got to see 2 in a row before you feel like any spin the record is going to be some accurate prediction. I guess right now, it's all just how you feel based off what you've seen. We need
you spin the record and you dance
what
around
I want to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point of this segment is we get to dance on the record, dance around it, spin it, twist it, mix it, remixes, whatever we want to do with it, because it does change every week. And obviously that can happen. You add a Quinnen Williams, you add a Logan Wilson, who you hope gets back to what he was before, and some healthy guys or some unhealthy guys get healthy, and maybe you can make a run. Now, I don't think we can make the kind of run that puts us in the playoffs. It's probably going to take 10 wins to even
but
sniff
I bought
the playoffs.
Devontae will get a good run again.
Yeah, I think so. No, I think you're right. And so while we may end up losing, some Cowboys fans are going to be mad because we might end up losing some draft pick position by doing a little better on the second half of the season, but it's still not resulting in a playoff appearance. I think it's going to be good to build off that and continue to build this roster. Keep saying.
It's going to be important to know a little bit more about what kind of defense you're taking, what kind of roster on defense you're taking into next season.
Well, and staff too. You got to know now that we've added some talent and some guys are healthy. Is this Matt Eberflus defense still going to look just as crappy? Because if that's the case, then it just is Matt.
If it takes 11 Pro Bowlers to make you any good, that's not.
I'm crying even thinking about this right now. 12 Pro, unreal.
Unreal. That's If Quinnen Williams, Demo, Shavon Revel, Malik Hooker, and Donovan Wilson coming back, if just Quinnen Williams and Demo doesn't make you a little better as a defense,
it's virtually 2 Pro Bowlers,
doing
right?
Something horribly wrong.
It's virtually 2 Pro Bowlers. You feel like Demo was going to the Pro Bowl if he doesn't get hurt last year.
Yeah, and Quinnen Williams is a guaranteed
Pro Bowler.
Man, I cannot wait to see his little happy dance. Oh, I can't wait.
That's fun. How's he like bounces and
he waves his hand and bounces his shoulders and his legs. Yeah.
Fun to watch. Let's hit him with some updates.
Spin the record.
Oh, we spin it again.
Updates.
Just spun that thing.
Yeah.
Updates. We do have a jersey raffle coming. The bye week is over. We were going to do it a week ago or two, right before the bye week or on the bye week. Obviously, MK94 was the most important thing on everyone's mind and still is and always will be. But we are going to we're going to crank it up. We're going to get it going. Playmaker, Michael Irvin, 88 jersey. Be on the lookout. Real easy to get. You only got to compete against 25 people. Proceeds on this raffle will go to the Marshawn Nealon Fund for the family, for the baby. We will be sending money that way out of this raffle. That's kind of what we do and how we do. So while normally we do this and we give back to fans, I know that Marshawn's girlfriend was a big fan of his and a big fan of this team. Some of the Dallas Cowboys unique stuff she made was freaking awesome. She's a superstar in her own right. And I know Marshawn's baby is going to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. Well, at least we can all cross our fingers and hope he is. Or at least doesn't turn out to be an Eagles fan. But no. So seriously, that's where some of those proceeds will go to on this raffle. So be on the lookout for that. That's the biggest update we have. And just outside of that, again, every Friday, 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 10 a.m., videos we put out as often as possible, shorts, just follow our content. Check us out on all the socials. You got Slam and Sammy there, Landry's Legend. I am Jimmy J's Hair, and we are the Star We Are. Are you?
We are so close to 500 subscribers.
Oh, can we get it? Do we have
road to 500?
The road. I like it.
Well, it's picked up steam and speed in the last month or so, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's thanks to everybody out there.
So while Landry says that, if you are here with us and haven't yet, smash the like button, smash subscribe, turn on the notifications, and thank you so much for watching and being a part of what we do and what we bring to the table with our fandom flavor. I think it's a good flavor.
Yeah, I'm hungry for Thanksgiving right now.
Some people are kind of like, when people say, well, I don't know, it was kind of vanilla. Vanilla's bomb. I'm sorry, that's really good.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat Thanksgiving Day because we played the Chiefs, but that's for another day.
Don't do that. Don't ruin my pies, please. How can I stomach eating something, watching 40-year-old Travis Kelce eat the turkey leg after beating us on Thanksgiving? I can't do that. I won't be able to hold nothing down.
I want one. Yeah.
All right. So, guys, who's it on?
I got you.
2 minutes.
All right.
Starting now.
Ooh, and he hit himself quick.
Yeah. 2 minutes spill to get us going if I can get it on myself. Game plan, as we do every week, let you know what's going to be on the show, and we've got a consistent one that's been rolling for you this season where Sam comes in after we kick it off and give you the news where we learned about wonderful returns, Demo, Shavon Revel, and trade additions, Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, who we didn't talk about a whole much in this week's show because Coach wasn't too excited about him. But After that, we continued on the road to 6, which is not going to happen this year. We're just on the road to the end of the season and trying to, what we talked mostly about, improving the defense and seeing what kind of, unit and roster we have to go into next season with. What are we going to do with these three $20 million DTs? Kind of some questions that arose during the bye week. After the road to 6, during halftime, always like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and Coach decided to hit us with a fun graphic. You got to take the gate. Okay, Quinnen Williams is going to be a gate, but all you got to do is go around him. So it's like we have it's this fun new addition of a player, but not enough. And let's see, star stat of the week was just more talk about Quinnen Williams. We were terrible against the Arizona Cardinals, and that's all. It's tough during the bye week. Still getting back on track. But updates. So I spun the record. The other two were at 501. I don't know why all of a sudden when I was the one riding around 10 wins, I'm the only one below 500 all of a sudden. But updates. So we're gonna have a jersey raffle coming up soon. AM Mayhem videos that we're putting out. Like, subscribe, again, turn on the notifications. 2-minute spill. Always a blast.
I didn't even want to call a timeout on you because you absolutely did a wonderful job. It may have been one of my favorite 2-minute spills in a while. I was done. I was laughing. We are just on the road to the end of the season.
Yeah.
I muted. Yeah. I loved that part. I was cackling and had to mute my microphone after that so people didn't hear me laughing. Like, that was beautiful.
I muted and laughed out loud. That was fun.
I'll be more excited next week. Let Quinnen Williams, be I need the defense to.
Well, I think he is. Like I said, don't worry about that. He is the gate, the locked gate as promised.
And he has to be happy to getting away from the Jets. Like, Sauce is publicly celebrating, and he was supposed to ride the Jets till the end.
Publicly celebrating.
Celebrating.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Any fun words or words of wisdom or anything to give the folks out there before we get out of here?
I know one, and you guys know it too.
Okay.
Please, for the sake of everything in this whole world, ban responsibly.
Good enough.
Out of here.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to...
I'm Jess Navarez, and you're watching The Star We Are.
If you're not following them, you are not fanning responsibly.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are.